Hello, everyone. I didn't really think I'd be back this fast, but I needed another masculine birthday card for the 26th. So I have to get this in the mail like today and hope it gets there on Tuesday or before Tuesday. I already sent the same person a Christmas card, hoping it gets there on time too, but they're not that far. Hopefully, should. Anyway, I decided to use the Gone Fishing because this is a friend that I used to go fishing with quite a bit, including up in Canada. Now, of course, we haven't done that in many years and probably never will again, but yeah, so I wanted to make him a fishing card, and I did have the die set, which has the tackle box, and I hadn't used the tackle box, I don't think, before. I did apparently use the stamp set and the paper before, which was called um, Let's Go Fishing. It's in the annual catalog, so you can check and see, like it still goes through March or April or something of next year. So if you're interested, you can go, ask your demonstrator, go on Stampin' Up and see if they still have it. So I wanted to do a tackle box and a fishing card, but I wanted a birthday card, so I had to find another sentiment because these are Father's Day, retirement, congrats. I could use good things wait, come to those who wait, but at our age, we can't wait too much longer to do anything. So I have a lot of birthday sentiments, but this one fit where I wanted it to. It's a Spellbinders SBS 101. Um, I can't, looks like Sharon Sowell is the person, and it's called Birthday Balloons. It's just a 3 stamp set. I have no idea when I got it. Anyway, here's my card. I made an A7 5x7 card. I'm trying to see if there's a date on here, which really doesn't mean that's when I would have done it anyway. No, I don't see a date. So anyway, yeah, I used that too. So here's the card. This is part of the designer series paper, and that's part of the reason I wanted to make a 5x7 is because if you put this tackle box on an A2, which you'll see on the next card, it takes up almost the whole A2. It really takes up the whole A2 front, so you wouldn't be able to see much designer paper. So I have all these lures. And here's the happy birthday. This is boho blue. And on that, I took Misty Moonlight before I attached everything, and I did the flick thing, where you go like this. So there's speckles in it because no tackle box is very clean. I just like the way it looks, quite honestly. And then this is done in boho blue. Also, no, I'm sorry, it's done in Misty Moonlight, but I took glossy accents and went around it. Now I may go around it a little more in certain spots that it pulled away from the edges, but I didn't want to do that before doing this video because it takes a while for it to dry. This is, what's it called? It's a white sparkle glimmer paper because our favorite lures to catch bass usually were MEPS number 3, which had, actually they were kind of silver, but they had white feathers and stuff on them. This reminded me of them, and this sort of does too, maybe a smaller MEPS. Anyway. These are some weights. So I made them silver. They could have been like a darker gray. A bobbin, which usually you use them with worms and stuff. But I think I only fished with a bobber once. Mostly I fished with lures. This, I guess, is another kind of a bobber, or maybe I don't know what that is. Another kind of lure, but I didn't have a hole in it. This looks like a lure, and then there's fish hooks, and I don't know what these things are either exactly, but I put them in there as an embellishment. And I did find, I brought in a little bit of actual monofilament, which is what they use in fishing line, but this is from my jewelry stash. If I had not had this up here in my craft room already, I probably would have gone in. I have a tackle box down in the basement. I probably would have gone in there and found some fishing line because, sometimes your fishing line gets tangled up when you have little bits in the box where it breaks or something. So that's the front. It just says happy birthday. And then on the inside, I have the fish in the water and two jumping out of the water. This one right on to his hook. But I'm going to write kind of a snarky comment in here because as far as our Canada trips are concerned, I still had the record for the largest fish. So I'm going to make some kind of, you know, snarky comment about that in here. So that's the card. And yeah, that's going to someone that needs to get there on the 26th. And then when I had the tackle box thing out, I decided I wanted to make another card that wasn't masculine and wasn't fishing. So I brought in this Dainty Flowers 12 by 12. This is from January, February 2023 celebration. Apparently it coordinates with the Dainty Delight bundle in the January to April 23 mini. And I don't have that, but I have a Wildflower Path stamp set or Quiet Meadows stamp and dies. Wildflower doesn't have any dies. So I brought in the the Quiet Meadows dies, and I wanted a Thinking of You card. So I brought in this scrapbook.com set because this fits, similar to this. It fits in that box. This is a nice set. It's called Cards for Kindness. Yeah, Cards for Kindness photopolymer stamp sets from scrapbook.com. I don't know if they still have it, but these fonts are beautiful and they're a nice size. There's also a happy birthday down here, which I could have taken, but that one was one stamp and it fit. And there's a happy mail stamp and little sunshine clouds and rainbows. So, and ascending. So it's a nice set. And I also brought in honeybee stamps, summer stems, gem stickers. I'm pretty sure I got them on clearance. There's like almost an olive green color here, and that's what I used. So let me bring in the card. This one is an A2. I did put a piece of designer paper, but it's just like, I have so much paper, it didn't bother to me use this. It's just like this, and it had a little bit of splatter and, so anyway. So you can see I fussy cut two of the rectangles out. What I did is I took the tackle box and traced them, which of course makes them smaller. This was a piece of green that I had on a scrap. Whoops, I don't know which one it was now. Anyway, one of these scraps. I think it was this one, yeah. And I did run that through the die, and I just positioned it at the end here, and I got a little extra, but it fit in. This one, I did the same thing with I actually stamped on white first. Actually, here's the piece. And then I did run it through the die again. And you'll notice I cut off the tackle box um, closures and the latch over here. So it's just a frame, right? You can use this as a frame. Now I had all these bits from the one I did the tackle box. I actually ran this out of designer paper too, and then out of Starry Sky. So this one, I have the Misty Moonlight that I used yeah, I guess I did Misty Moonlight for the frame, yeah. So, I have Misty Moonlight under there and then Starry Sky and then white. So this one is like up a little bit from the others. These, I just have the Starry Sky solid and I glued them down because these are the ones I traced and they're a little bit, they don't quite match the box, so I had to put the Starry Sky in. And then these two are just glued down without having their backing on. So there's different levels. And then this is one of the dies from the Meadow dies from Quiet Meadow bundle. I don't know if that's still available or not. And it's it's this one. And I just die cut the whole thing and I laid it where I wanted it and cut it down. And then I used those honeybee stamps gems here, 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 and then I put two up there. And then on the inside, all I did was a piece of the dainty, I think it's from this same paper, because it's kind of dainty flowers, on a piece of white cardstock. I actually ended up, and this is Starry Sky, and this color is supposed to be Starry Sky, but it's a little different. But I think that's a gorgeous card. I'm very happy with it. And I have all these bits, which if you cut that out of designer paper, oh, that's the other side of that. So you can, I could make another card, right, and just lay these however I wanted, mix and match, or, whatever you want to do. So you could cut a couple out of different designer papers. And the only thing is, like, I was trying to, that's why I hand cut them, some of them, because I was trying to line them up where I wanted them on the images. So they'd probably work best to do that with, like this is all Starry Sky, but a pattern in this paper. And I could use that and then cut some, maybe the green or maybe some other paper out and use it to make a pattern on just a free form. Sorry for bopping you. A free form for a card without the tackle box thing around it. So those are my two cards today, all because I needed a birthday card, and it's a lot of fun. And Father's Day, actually, I don't know when it is. May, April? I forget which ones come first. Mother's Day in April and Father's Day in May, maybe? Or is it May and June? I forget. But my father is gone. I can make one for my brother, perhaps. He's older than me, so maybe. We'll see. I'm not sure. He hasn't gone fishing in tons of years. All right, so that's what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, I'll talk to you again soon. Hugs, love, and peace.